So hello students, welcome to Electronics with Expert. Today's topic is Karnaugh map. Actually, Karnaugh map is a straightforward method of simplifying Boolean expressions. It is a map made up of squares and each square represents a min term. Let's proceed to this video with a 2 variable and then thereafter a 3 variable Karnaugh map. As we know that for an n-variable Boolean function, there can be 2 to the power n number of variables. So, for a 2-variable function, the min terms should be 4. So, if x and y be the 2 variables, then the min terms should be x bar y, x bar y, xy bar, and then xy. So, these are the 4 min terms of the function which has 2 variables x and y. Now this is the Karnaugh map for a 2 variable function, and you can see that there are 4 cells 1, 2, 3 and 4, and as I told that each cell is designated for a single min term. First you have to assign the row and the column as x and y. I have assigned here x as the row element and y as the column element. As I have put x in the row element, then this variable should be x bar and this is x, that is for 0 and for 1, and then for column this is y bar and this should be y. So the first box should represent x bar y bar. So this is the min term x bar y bar. This is for x bar y. This is xy bar and this will be xy. So you can see that the entire variables or the 4 min terms are assigned or can be represented in these 2 variable Karnaugh map. Now let's proceed to the 3 variable Karnaugh map. As you know that for a 3 variable function there should be 2 to the power 3, that is 8 number of min terms. So if I put x as the row element, that is it is x bar, it should be x, and then for the column elements I have assigned y, z, these 2 variables in the column. So this should be y bar z bar, this is y bar z, this should be yz, and this is yz bar. Here you may have noted that while putting the variables as y bar z bar, that is 0 0, y bar z, that is 0 1, yz, that is 1 1, and yz bar, that is 1 0. So I have put yz before yz bar. Now why this happen? In a Karnaugh map, binary numbers are not followed, whereas it follows the gray code, and as you know that for a gray code every number differs from its previous one by only 1 position. It changes in only 1 position. So in this Karnaugh map or in Karnaugh map method, we actually follows the gray code. Okay, now this is for x bar, y bar, z bar, as this is x bar and this term is y bar, z bar. So this variable is x bar, y bar, z bar. This min term should be x bar, y bar, z. This box is assigned for x bar, y, z. This is for x bar, y, z bar. This will be for x, y bar, z bar. This is for x, y bar, z. This is x, y, z, and this will be for x, y, z bar. So these are the 8 min terms for a 3 variable Karnaugh map. So proceeding in this manner, let's move on to a 4 variable Karnaugh map, and as you can say that for a 4 variable Karnaugh map there should be 2 to the power 4, that is 16 number of min terms. So a Karnaugh map should comprises of 16 boxes. So I have to draw a map with 16 number of boxes, and if the variables are known as wx, yz, I put wx along the rows and yz along the column So this should be W bar X bar. This will be W bar X, that is 0 0 0 1. Then remember WX, that is 1 1, and then WX bar, that is 1 0. And here for the different columns, the variables should be Y bar Z bar, Y bar Z, again YZ, and then YZ bar. So for the first cell or for the first box, the function is W bar X bar Y bar Z bar, or you can say that it is 0. W bar X bar Y bar Z bar, that is all zeros, so it forms 0. Then 0 0 0 1, that is 1, 0 0 1 0, that is 2, 0 0 1 1, that is 3. Then in the second row it is W bar X Y bar Z bar, that is 0 1 0 0, so it is 4, 0 1 0 1 5, 0 1 1 0, that is 6, 0 1 1 1, that is 7. Then move on to the fourth row, that is 1 0 0 0, that is 8, 1 0 0 1, that is 9, 1 0 1 0, that is for 10, 1 0 1 1, that is 11. Then the third row and the different boxes are 1 1 0 0, that is 12, 1 1 0 1, that is 13, 1 1 1 0 here, that is for 14, and this is 1 1 1 1, and it stands for 15. So 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. So here in a 4 variable Karnaugh map there are 16 boxes and we can accommodate 16 min terms. So far we have learned how to draw a Karnaugh map. Now the next important part is how to solve a Boolean function or a Boolean identity. Now let's take this example. Here the function says that it is a 3 variable function, that is f x y z, and the min terms are 2, 3, 4 and 5. So first of all we have to draw a 3 variable Karnaugh map. Let's draw the Karnaugh map. So this is the Karnaugh map which has 8 cells, as this is a 3 variable Karnaugh map. So this is X bar, this is for X, this is Y bar Z bar, Y bar Z, YZ and YZ bar. Now initially you can put the values here for your convenience, that this is the cell for 0, this is the cell for 1, this is the cell for 0 1 1, that is 3, this is the cell for 0 1 0, that is 2, this is the cell for 1 0 0, that is 4, this is for 5, this is the cell for 6, and this is the cell for 7. Now in this function we have told that the min terms are 2, 3, 4 and 5. Remember, the first step to solve any Boolean function by using Karnaugh map method is you have to put a 1 for every min term present in the function. So for 2, that is this cell, you must put a 1, then 3, so this is here a 1. For 4 and 5, so number 4 cell is this and number 5 cell is this. So I put a 1 in each and every min term present in the function. Now the rest number of cells you may fill with zeros. So I put zeros in the rest of the cells. Now step number 2. This is the most important part of solving Karnaugh map. You have to group adjacent cells. Now the most important part of Karnaugh map solving, that now you have to find out the adjacent ones in the map. I put an oval for these adjacent ones. You can find these ones as also adjacent, so I put another oval for these adjacent ones. So grouping of ones is completed. Remember one thing, that you can't afford to leave any one outside any group. So every one for a Carnot map should be grouped. Now here no one is left alone, so the grouping is completed. So now the final step of the Carnot map, that is, we have to write the solution of the function. To find out the solution, you must consider each and every group. Here there are two groups I have made. For this group, we must find out the terms which are constant. That is, if you notice that for these two ones, in the row element x bar is constant, but in the column element y remains constant but z changes. So for this group, the function should be written as x bar y. So for this group, this can be written as x bar y. Now here the next group. For this group, x is constant, whereas y bar is constant, as here again z changes, one is z bar and the other is z. So for this group you can write x y bar. Now the last step, that is the function, that is the answer of this problem or the solution of this problem is fxyz equals to sum of these two terms, that is x bar y or x y bar. So this is the solution which I find out by using Carnot map method. So let's have a problem on a 4-variable map. The function tells us that fwxyz equals to summation m 0, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14. For shortening the video, I have already plotted the Carnot map or draw the Carnot map, and these are the variables w bar x bar, w bar x, wx, wx bar, y bar z, y bar z bar, sorry, this is y bar z bar, y bar z, yz and yz bar. And as I have told you earlier that for your convenience, for simplicity, you can write 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now let's plot the function. So the function here given, the mean terms are 0, 1, 2, 4. So put 1 for 0, 1 for 1, 2, that is for this box 1, 4, that is 1, 5, so here 1, 6, 1 here, 8, here 1, 9, that is 1 here, 12, so 1, 13, 1 and 14, 1. So all the mean terms are plotted here. Here there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 number of mean terms, and these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So all the mean terms are plotted in the map. Now we have to put zeros in the rest of the cells. Now the step number 2, that is, we have to find out the adjacent number of ones. You can remember one thing, that while choosing the adjacent number of ones, you must proceed from the highest number of ones you can accommodate as the adjacent cells, or in other words, try to accommodate maximum number of ones. That is, you can choose 2 to the power 4 16 number of ones. Now this is a map which has 16 variables, and you can see that no, 16 number of ones are not present here, so this is invalid. Now let's move on to the next step, that is 2 to the power 3, that is 8 number of ones. Find out if there are 8 number of ones in adjacent cells, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So we have find out 8 number of ones and they are adjacent. Okay, now let's move on to 2 to the power 2, that is if there are 4 number of ones adjacent but we have left only 3 ones and this cannot be accommodated in 4. But one thing, you can accommodate these 2 ones with these 2 ones and this will make a quad, that is this will make a 4 number of ones adjacent. So rolling of maps can be done in Karnaugh map. Okay, then this one is left alone. Now what can be done? If these 2 ones and again these 2 ones can be accommodated, then this is also an adjacent number of cells while covering 4 ones. So here what I have done, initially I find out maximum number of ones to accommodate, and for that 2 to the power 3, that is 8 number of ones, I find out 8 number of ones here and this can be put it in a cell. Now I have to find out 2 to the power 2, that is 4 number of ones. If 4 ones are accommodated or they can be made as adjacent, and here these 2 ones are accommodated with these 2 ones while making a quad or while making a 4 ones adjacent, and for this I have rolled or folded the Karnaugh map. Okay, it may be done, and then we have left alone this one, but this one is also accommodated with this one and these 2 ones, and here also a quad is formed. So these tricks can be done in Karnaugh map to solve a Boolean identity. Now let's find out the solution, that is the last step. So fwxyz, I am writing the final solution, and for each cells, now first consider these 8 ones or this cell which comprises of 8 number of ones, and here for these 8 ones every variable, that is w bar, w or x, changes. Now let's move on to the column part, and here in these 2 columns you can find that y bar is constant while z changes. In the row side every element changes, but in the columns you can find that y remains constant, that is at y bar, while z changes. So for this group you can write y bar. This is the simplified form. Now let's move on to these 2 ones and these 2 ones. There is overlapping of these 2 ones, and for these 2 and these 2, that is this quad or this group, you can find that in the row element w bar. In the row element the constant term is w bar, and for the column elements, z bar is constant. First row, first column y bar z bar, and the fourth column y z bar. So z bar is constant, and along the 2 rows w bar is constant. So we can write w bar and z bar, w bar z bar. Now let's move on to the third cell or the third group, that is these 2 ones with these 2 ones, and again for these 2 columns, that is first column and fourth column, z bar is constant, while in the second row and in the third row x is constant. So the simplified form is x z bar. Hence we can find the solution of these f w x y z as y bar or w bar z bar or x z bar. So in this manner you can simplify any Boolean identity by using this straightforward method of Karnaugh map. If you want to know more about multiplexer and digital adder, you can find out these 2 videos in my channel. So let's watch these videos.